Bull Taurus Entertainment, a subsidiary of United Artists Communications, Inc. Which movie is it? Now, I want you to guess. Go on the comment section and say which movie do you think it is. A real martial arts movie nerd should know that this is... Wow. Damn. Woo! 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 This gets my heart rate up. Woo! James Earl Jones, Eric Roberts, Philip Rhee, Simon Rhee, Sally Kirkland. Oh, Miss Wade. Wow. Be the best of the best. So today, this will be our company, and every once in a while, we're gonna come here and take a little bit of a look at this incredible movie from 1989, I believe. We already have a great interview, a great podcast with Simon Rhee, who plays Daehan in this movie, so check it out if you haven't already. So today we're gonna work on two specific kicks. Instead of doing just the regular plyometrics, the regular jumps, I'm gonna do jump kicks, which means that instead of just working on my tendons and my explosive ability when I warm up, I will have to mobilize my entire legs and hips as well, because I'm gonna be kicking, especially for the double front kick and for the jumping side kick, okay? So let's see how I do it, and then a lot of conditioning, a lot of weight training. Let's get on with it. So I'm gonna start with rowing, just to get the body started. So I gotta be honest, I'm not even turning this on. I'm just making sure that I'm getting a little bit of what I'm really after is the dorsiflexion here, the dorsiflexion. And when I reach back and when I have to go to the front, there's the tibialis muscle working here. That's why you should never get this too tight. You should always get like 2 fingers in between the strap and your foot, because that way you can do the dorsiflexion and bring yourself to the front. This really gets my knees going a little faster. Oh yeah, Alex is having a hard time with his family because he still wants some purpose in his life. He wants to go back to competition. But his mom is like, remember, you had that awful injury a while back. So make sure you're careful with that. Think of your son. Ooh. So a lot of what I'm gonna do here today, most of what I'm doing in the warm-up would be the beginner types of plyometrics, and most of what I'm gonna do after that is advanced stuff. So make sure that you watch this for some, I don't know, motivation, for some company while you're working or while you're doing other stuff. But make sure that you follow a good workout program before you actually engage in these types of advanced drills really get the hips going. Once you go to the outside, this external torque and now the internal one, it really gets the hips going for you to go afterwards and do some incredible jump kicks. Now just here, raise hip and raise knees, opening up. Nice. And a little bit more of a jump rope. Now I'm gonna start to jump a little higher, doing the double unders. So double under is a double passage of the rope like this. Ten more. Whoa, damn the tummy, scared me. Yeah, the idea is to get the floor being your friend as a rebounder and not using the knees at all. It's just using the ankles as springs. So we got a lot of things to think of during the warm-up because I want to be able to explode through the hips. So some of the drills that I'm going to use are really very explosive in opening up the hips, but we have a whole realm of things to warm up first. I don't want to jump while still feeling not as warmed up as I should. So I'm gonna have a little bit of abs core activation from the ab wheel right now. One. It's like your butt is inside. Don't overextend the spine. The lats and the abs are working. So right now I'm just gonna work on doing a little bit of activation for the obliques like this. It's like my torso tries to be always on the same area, but you can seize the swing motion of the kettlebell and then from one side to the other. Nice. Now a little bit of a kettlebell swing action like this. Squeezing the glutes at the last minute. Oh, yes. And now a little bit more of hamstring mobilization like this. So one foot, one leg bent, the other leg extended, and it's like I'm bowing. So now before I start, I want to do a little bit of a game with myself in order to get my tendons really going. And I'm gonna go from double unders to triple unders. And I'm gonna superset it with some kettlebell swings. So make sure you seize the kettlebell swing motion, which means that you have to wait for the kettlebell to reach your hips in order to really bend at the hips instead of trying to bend before the kettlebell comes. So a lot of people do this. Still here, already bending. And then they don't seize the natural motion, the natural movement of the kettlebell. So wait for it. And it's the same thing when you're here. Instead of wanting to go all the way, don't use your arms, use your hips. So it's like your hips are pushing your forearms. So the whole arm business here, it's just an apparatus for you to use the kettlebell and to make sure that you don't let it go, but the hips are doing all the movement. The hips and the glutes. So I'm gonna do 6 reps. Glutes. 3. 5 from the hips. 5 and 6. Yep. Supersetted with some triple under attempts. I don't want to go for 20, but I want to go for a few. Yes. So this forces me to, as soon as I land, I go up in height and I try to be as quick as possible. This is not a speed rope. This is like a plastic rope, regular plastic rope, so I do have to swing a little harder. Oof. Ooh, I like this seat. Check this out. Ooh, don't do it, Travis. Don't do it. Go away, Bert. Check this punch. Oh! Shouldn't be laughing at this. Check this out, bro. Shitbird. Oh! What a fucking great roundhouse.
I want to find you guys. We're out of here.
I want him. I want his balls.
I want his balls. You want his balls, really?
Shut up, Travis.
I just noticed. Hey, shut up, Travis. That's. Boom! Great front kick. Bah. Oh! Woo! Even the song is great. James Earl Jones. The devil made me do it. Oh, it's got rhythm.
No, there's nothing to discuss. Put your camera on.
Oh man. He's got everything. This guy's an incredible martial artist. He's so freaking fast. Oh, great hook kick. Mom, I gotta go. Give Walter a kiss.
I gotta go give Walter a kiss.
You can tell I've seen this twice, right? Only twice. I'm an only child. Give me a break. Oh, I love this pinball. Okay, that's enough. Let's go. So what I want to do is I want to do a couple of tuck jumps, because before you do a jump double kick, you always want to lift your knees up first. So something like this. I also like to hit my hands because it's cool, you know? I'm gonna do 3 of these. 1, 2, 3, yes. Now a little bit more on the abs department, because these are actually experiments that I'm doing with a couple of strength and conditioning principles. The one I spoke to you earlier on other videos, the PAP principle, the post-activation potentiation. So I want to be able to potentiate my opening of the hips through the banded kettlebell swing, and only then will I do it on the jump double kick. Why? Because in order to do a great jump double kick, or even a tuck jump just like I did, you have to close the hips, open the hips brutally, and only then lift and kick, right? So you gotta use this properly. You gotta warm up properly to make sure that everything's activated. So if you do the banded kettlebell swings first, you're gonna activate that motion, and it's gonna ease into what you're doing next. So now I'm gonna show you what I mean by the banded kettlebell swings. I don't have a medium size band with me right now because it broke. It broke in my balls. Ah! Yes, I'm not sure how I was able to be a father after that, but you know, maybe a lot of testosterone, I guess. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a couple of thin rubber bands, and I'm gonna put them around the handle, and then this hand's gonna reach here. It's like I'm doing Mickey Mouse ears on the on the kettlebell. So now from here, I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna place my feet in a way that's really mid-foot. I don't want this to fly under me. And this is gonna make it that much harder to do the kettlebell swing, especially from midpoint up. So from here, what I wanna do is I wanna go and oof, oof, oof. So if somehow you're only using your arms in the kettlebell swing, this will correct it. This will make you use the hell out of your glutes when you open up the hips. So if you do this, I did what, 6 reps? And right after a couple of jump double kicks, it'll work great. I think so. But now let's take it up a notch. Oh yeah. So now I have a motivation and I have an objective to hit these two. So they're about the same height. And right after the kettlebell swings, I'm gonna have to come here, 1, 2, jump up and kick both. I think I can do it, but let's see with the kettlebell swings. So here, Mickey Mouse ears, 1, 2. This is gonna be tough because it's a much rougher and thicker rubber band. So I'm gonna do 5 reps of this to get me activated and potentiated for the opening up of the hips, and now I'm gonna try to do a double kick on these two individuals. Oof. 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 Oh. Oh. Ugh. Okay, it worked. Nice. Oh, oh, ho, ho, ho. Okay, since we're on the topic of exploding up and really squeezing the glutes really tight, I'm gonna use now, for the second experiment, I'm gonna use the jump side kick. But before, I'm gonna do an exercise in which you roll backwards, sit on a bench, roll backwards, and once you roll to the front, you're gonna punch the floor and jump as high as possible. Something like this. Okay? So you can actually use a lot of that momentum, bring it forward, just like when you're doing a 1-2 and then jumping, because you're bringing that momentum. But you're gonna do it unilaterally. I'm gonna do it unilaterally with the dumbbells. These are not heavy dumbbells. They're like 15 or 14 pounds each. I'm gonna do it 2 times on the left, and right after, 1 or 2 jump side kicks with my right, because I take off from the left, then I come back here, no rush, 2 on the right, and then 2 on the right for that crappy jump side kick with my left. It's gonna look really bad. Okay, let's see how it goes. Experiment number 2. Oof. Okay. Oof. So now I'm gonna go 1, 2, and then jump. 3, 2. And once more. Okay. Now I'm gonna do it on my right. This doesn't really help to jump high. I'll try my best. So I had to do a little bit of a break because my baby crapped himself up. He was sleeping so soundly, but then he started screaming, and I was like, okay, he woke up. So every once in a while I have to stop my workouts. It's no biggie. I do it out of love, right? Right? We do it out of love. No worries. Gonna watch Daddy train, and now you're all wiped up. Wiped up? Cleansed. Let's go. So we've done jumps. We've done a lot of tendon strength work. Now I'm gonna do muscle strength work. I'm gonna do back squats with a little bit of a twist. I'm gonna do a little bit of an isometric contraction, so I wanna pause at the bottom. Oh man, come on, Tommy.
3 miles per hour, 184 pounds of brake. What the hell do you think you're doing? We leave for the tournament in 2 days. You're still pulling punches. Holding back won't change a damn thing. If you want to be here, you gotta give us 100%, no less. I'll do it again.
Okay, back squat. Still with light load, but something like this. Trying to go up with a certain amount of power. So low reps, try to explode on the way up. If I find myself starting to be too slow on the way up, that means the weight is probably a little bit too heavy. Hate it when that happens. See, in life, when you lose an ice cream, heaven will bring you a new one. And that's when he decides to go back. Now, for higher weights, I use the belt because it helps me to do the bracing, which is like filling your whole midsection with air and then tightening it up. So it's like you're breathing against, as if you were trying to rip apart the belt. So it really helps you with breathing. It's not just safety, it's breathing, okay? One was enough. I'm not sure in the second one would I be able to go up. I think instead of doing 2, I think I could put a little bit more weight, 5 kilos more, which is like 12 or 13 pounds, and go for that 1 solid rep instead of going for 2. I felt good, and I want to do it. While I'm resting though, I'm gonna start prepping up my conditioning routine, which is gonna be 3 rounds of rowing, floor presses, leg curls, and towel bicep curl. Yeah, so I'm gonna start by doing a little bit of push-ups and a little bit of rowing, just so that I have my upper body as warmed up and as ready to go as my lower body. So I'm just gonna do 6 push-ups, do a little bit of rowing. I can do it with the rings. As for the leg curls, for the hamstrings, I really don't need it because they're pretty activated. But this is what I needed. Oh. Oh yeah. Just to get a little bit of a pump, a little bit of an activation going on my upper back as well. So 2 to 3 more minutes rest, the last one here, and then conditioning. I guess not as beautiful, but still felt good. Felt safe, felt good, felt powerful. Now, on to the conditioning. Whew.
My life in defeat is to earn victory and honor within.
And honor within, nice. Obviously, this scene always makes us martial artists cry like little babies, like that baby right there. And this is a great movie. I'm just worried that we're not doing movies like this anymore, with all this heart, with all this feeling, with good, positive, and uplifting message. Anyways, my workouts are not always experimentations like this. So don't think that I'm always just having fun. A lot of it is more of the basic stuff. I do a lot of back squatting, front squatting, a little bit of deadlifting, not that much lately because, it's very demanding, very taxing on the body. But this is pretty much what helps me these 3 to 4 times a week, weightlifting or weight training and conditioning workouts and sessions. These are the ones that help me keep the longevity for as long as I can. As a stuntman, I need to be able to be agile, strong, fast, but also flexible. So I try to get a little bit of everything in one training session, which is very difficult. So sometimes I have to pick my wars, you know what I'm saying? So please hit the like button, please share, and please give me in the comment sections, tell me what you want to see next. I'll try to keep bringing more of these contents to you because I know that I have learned a lot by watching people weightlift, watching people work out. That's how I learned a lot for myself. So if I can do the same for you, and if you like this type of training, of hybrid training, I'll keep it coming. But please share and like and subscribe to the channel. And be Willow Strong with best of the best. Woo!